Great. So once again, we're doing this is from Temple Sherry Tefillah. I am Judy Fuhrer. We're having a Kabbalah Yoga class today for transitions, reflections, putting some of our Jewish philosophies and thoughts into our body. So this would be a way of just interpreting how our beautiful values can be a part of us. And so I invite you to lay down and stretch out nice and long. And just feel how good that can feel right away. To take a moment and extend your body. And then gently fold your knees. Bring your hands gently to touch your belly. And we're going to do a moment to just breathe. You can put one hand on your lower abdominal area, one hand up towards your sternum and your heart, and then notice if you can just gently drop your chin and relax your elbows, and breathe in, and breathing out, and breathing in, and out. Go ahead and switch your hands for another 2 breaths. Before you breathe, just settle, open up your shoulders, soften your shoulder blades so they release down, allow the tailbone to gently tilt, and then, tilting up so you can get more of your back body on the ground and relax your elbows. And once again, start with a gentle breath in. And soften your eyes to breathe out. Our eyes are really a connection to our nervous system. So whenever you can, just take a moment and soften the way that you even close your eyes. Let your eyelids relax. Let the corners of your eyes soften. And you'll see right away that allows your lower back and the back of your neck to release. Great. Okay, breathe in and stretch long, like you're waking up your body. Let it arch, open up wide so your shoulders are a shoulder distance and the hands and the legs are hip distance. And then slowly go ahead and fold your knees back in and bring your right knee into and just hug it into and move it around. Be a little playful at this time. There doesn't have to be a really intense form yet. You're just opening up your hips, allowing the waters to flow through your body. We have 2 very beautiful Torah parshot this week. We have the Hukat, which is talking about a very unusual law that you might not even be able to perform because it's so indescribable. It's called the law of the red heifer. So it's just like, why sometimes we do things because we know there is some tradition to it and some part of filling your soul, but you might not know why you do it. So go ahead now and stretch your arms. And sometimes you don't even want to know, it's good for you and you do it. You bathe, you do, we all know that's good for us. But why do you just relax maybe sometimes in the water to just, let your muscles release and all kinds of things we know are so good for us. And pull both knees in. So in Hukat, it also talks a lot about water. Miriam dies at the end of, this parsha, or actually towards the middle of the parsha. The end of it talks about how the water will continue to flow. Without Miriam, she was the life force. And go ahead and lift your legs up, and this is actually called waterfall pose, Viparita Karani in yoga, where the legs are up, and all the fluids in our body can come down to our vital organs and just gently move around like you are moving in water. And this is the story with Miriam gone, the people are all distraught again. So Moses, of course, talks to Adonai, and he says, there's the rock, the well, go talk to the rock, and water will flow. Gently bring your knees to your armpits, open kind of like a frog, and just kind of go back and forth with your legs to open them and move around. Great. Well, the people are so distraught. And Moses, of course, tempers rage. This is the time of Tamuz. We're here, just bring both your knees to your left and allow the body to stretch and flow. Bring both your knees over to the right. The sun is hot, people are heated, tempers are high, and Moses takes his staff and he hits the rock rather than speaking to the rock. And he doesn't hit it once, but he hits it twice. And just roll your head and roll gently to the other side. And of course, this is where he gets scolded by Adonai, by God, and he says, you will not enter the promised land. And neither will your brother Aaron. Aaron actually dies in this parsha too, and his son becomes his successor. And gently just move around. What we learn from this parsha later, and let's move around and come sit up for a moment, and just rolling and sit up, and take your moment to allow all the fluids in your head to come center, is that the people go and sing. They do a shirah. They sing to the rock and just make little circles around your hips. This always feels really good to get the torso moving, and water flows. So a song is often like a prayer. This second parsha is the story of Balak. So let's come over onto all fours. I actually have another mat here, so I'm just going to put that down under my knees. So if anyone needs their knees protected, a mat, a towel, a blanket, and just riding your hips back and forth. In Balak, that's the story. These are very much stories again in Deuteronomy, stories to learn from, stories kind of like how we had back in Genesis, rather. The people are still in the wilderness, but these are the difficulties, the struggles they encounter while they're wandering around in the desert, in the wilderness, and trying to become a people and a nation that has love and kindness and balance. So right here, let's gently go into a cat. So just gently pull your rib cage up, bring your tailbone through. You can walk your fingers closer to you to make it a higher cat, or come down on your forearms to make it a lower body. Just to remember, when you contract your belly in, you're able to stretch the outer back away. There always is a duality. And then we come here forward, lifting up your tailbone and your sit bones, and coming forward into the cow. And here you can roll your biceps away, but try to kind of bring your elbows together, and that gives you your shoulder blades on your back. And breath. Breath is always our connection to knowing life. Breath and water, and come under. Great. So Balak was a king of Moab, and he was frightened of the Israelis. So Israelites, the people, and lift up again, roll your biceps away, and gently release back into the cat. And now widen your feet so you can come backwards. You can go ahead and put a towel or a blanket for your head or a block, and just relax here in pose of a child in a wide hips. And you can kind of move your lower body, relaxing the tops of your feet to become aware of where do you hold tension and what are you struggling with, to just feel good and relief. So Balak the king was frightened of the Israelites taking over, and he sent his messenger, who was a prophet. And this was a prophet from a different belief, a different religion. It's interesting to see that there were other prophets around at these biblical times. And this prophet was supposed to curse the Israelites so that they would lose any kind of battle that would bring them closer to their promised land. And gently right here, let's go ahead and take your right leg straight back behind you and stretch into it. So take your toes, tuck them under, lift your belly, push the ground away. And you can move your head. Now take your right leg across your body to the left and walk your hands over to the left. So you can feel the top of the right hip. You can bend those elbows and breath. You can tuck your left toes under. And then bend the right knee right behind the left knee. So you're in this crisscross pose. I'll show you right here. And this might be plenty, but if you can, you lift your belly up, you take your sit bones back, and you get a beautiful, beautiful lower body stretch. You drop your head. Well, as this prophet came closer to the Israelites, and he wanted to curse them and just unfold and move your hips side to side, he couldn't. The animal that he was riding upon, they say it's a donkey, lift your belly, kept stopping and wouldn't go forth. And this happens, 3 times he goes out on a messenger to try to find different areas where the Israelites are, where their tents are, and trying to curse them. But the donkey, and move your left foot over to the right, walk your hands over that way, whoa, and just kind of bend the arms, move the rib cage, feel that you're opening up areas that might be tight, take breath, fold the left knee behind the right knee, readjust yourself so that you can maybe stretch back a little, drop your chin, drop your head. Be thankful and gratitude for this moment on your yoga mat to rediscover all kinds of areas of your body. And what finally happens with the struggle with Balaam riding his donkey trying to curse the Israelites is finally his donkey, his animal, speaks to him and tells him that an angel from God is with these people. They are blessed. They are not cursed. And gently, everyone, just go sit back again. Take a moment of gratitude. We bow our head to all our thankfulness to Adonai, to our families, to ourselves, to our inner spirit, to our connection to Adonai, for all the gratitude that we do have. Because what happens is the blessing is he says, oh, how beautiful are these tents. And that is the prayer that we say every time we enter a synagogue. So both of these Torah Parsha talk about that you take, rather than hitting the rock, you speak and you sing to the rock and you get water like a prayer or a blessing, rather than hitting your donkey and telling him to go forward, which could really be your subconscious telling you you're on the wrong path. Get deeper about your life and think about where you're going. Tuck your toes under gently, bend your elbows, and do our first downward facing dog. Lift those hips and start to tread gently as you're getting ready to march and walk forward. And instead of having a curse, you might realize you're headed in a different direction, and that could be all the difference in your life to create a blessing. So I know that it's hard to put into an analysis for why are we all, staying at home during this virus, but there have been lots of transitions. We've all been able to connect through the internet and gently just hanging forward, drop your body, feel that you can release some energy, let the waters flow through you like the waters for Miriam always did. And then the people learned from Miriam the joys of singing, dancing, and having life that is full of all these good qualities. And gently bring your hands towards your heart center for balance from loving kindness and all our strict little limitations that are on our life to find a way for peace and harmony. We're going to do some sun salutations today. And the sun salutations are kind of an homage to the summer months, to feeling connected with that the sun is at a heat. And I just want to show you my simple thing. This was one of my graduate college programs, was to describe how to do a sun salutation that I could bring to people in classes. So it's fun. Very simple, always modifications. So if you have some blocks, and a sun salutation is such a great way to always have those 12 basic steps for a movement sequence that can always transform you from the morning or the evening to restorative. Drink plenty of water, get lots of rest. All right, so let's just stand in the mountain pose, Tadasana. Bring your hands gently towards your heart center and release your lower back. You want to go through some just gentle, transforming little moments of truth. Relax your right foot, drop into the heel, and then go right across to your left. And I'm noticing right here, I'm so excited to teach you. My shoulders were rising, so I'm going to just say to everyone, drop your shoulders. There you go. And that just made me go, release. So number one is just center yourself. Then lifting up to the heavens where you would make a prayer or an intention, and you stretch up, and we all say, yes, thank you. Maybe love is our word today. Love and truth. Breathing in and then come down. And here you can have blocks if you want. A chair could be your, guidance, or if you're able to, go for it. Everyone's at a different level. You drop forward and you do this wonderful release. You drop your bottom, so this would be like your third position. You can stay there or you can make it quick. Then you lift up your head. You're looking, vision is the sight for the month, the sense, and you step back on your right foot. So right here, I'm going to have my knee over. You can have blocks to help you be supported in your lunge. You can drop your leg down and release your foot. This is where all kinds of variations occur in sun salutations with twists and all that. But you can keep it simple, just a lunge. From this wonderful lunge, you can take your hands or use your blocks. You tuck your right foot back under, you lift your thigh and your hamstring, and you're going to take your front left foot back to the right. And here you work in your downward dog for a moment. You bring your rib cage into the center of your body. Take breath, push your hands on the ground away. Notice if you're only pushing with your right, so use the left. You go ahead and walk back a little bit. Maybe you can drop your feet a little more or bend the knees. Great. From here, we come forward out of the downward dog to a plank. Very great for finding out about ourselves. Sometimes, it's just a reminder to lift the belly to support the back. It's okay to bend and put the knees down. You can check if your hands are under your shoulders. And from plank, you soften. You gently come to a chaturanga or a push-up or a release of the upper body, coming gently down to the ground. Here, I always like to take a moment of breath and rest. And then right from here, we come into a snake pose, a cobra. That's also, a lot of snakes are in this Torah parsha of Hukat. There were snakes all over to punish the Israelites. Oh, gentle. It can just be a baby cobra. You can play around with it, take your arms side to side and open up the shoulders. And what God, Adonai, told Moses to do was to build snake, a golden snake on a staff. And you can even come to Sphinx right here. That's a nice way. You lift your lower belly to get that upper body arch. And that's still like the symbol of medical and refuah, to have healing. You look at your fears right in there, and then you go and face it. So snakes are certainly one of my fears. So here we go. And gently lift your body, and you come back right here to your downward dog. You can either go right into it or take your time to get up to it. Take a moment and maybe tread your ankles and your feet and stretch through the calves and lift your belly and your heart center right into the body. And then we're going to take our right leg and bring it forward to the front lunge right here. And once again, blocks are wonderful to use. I feel my jaw opening, and I release my back leg to get a deeper thigh stretch. I'm not going into the lower back, trying to lift my sit bones a little forward, pressing down on the right foot. And right from here, you come forward, you're stepping forward, and you put your left foot by your right, and you hang over. This hanging over, this coming into the body, really is calming again for the nervous system. You can walk your hand forward here. We do all kinds of movements in these poses. We go to the right, we go to the left, fold your hands in prayer, and do all kinds of twistings here. But really, it's just meant as a pause and a moment for transition to come within yourself, back up to living here. Take a little moment again for the body to arch and balance, and come back down. Those were 12 different steps. I'm going to do it as a flow right now so you understand how they really work together, okay? So we're going to start with our left leg this time. Bring your hands right here to heart center. Take a moment and balance your feet. And take a moment and right from here, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, come forward through flat back, down towards the ground. Breathe out. Look up, bend your left knee and step it back behind you for a lunge. And take a moment as you lift. You can drop your knee, come up, breathe in. Bring your hands down. Lift up by tucking the left toes under and push the right foot back to the left. Take a moment here and kind of live in this downward dog like it was your tent, your beautiful ohel. That is tent. And right from here, come forward to your plank. Breathe in, breathe out. Gently, you can place your knees lower through, coming to the ground in chaturanga. Release your body a moment. Bring your legs together like your snake. Gently drop your pubis bone down. Extend your tailbone to your heels to come up to a cobra. Come gently down to the ground. Push your hands back to your body to come up to a downward facing dog. Right from here, drop your chin, your head, lift up your left leg, and step it forward to the lunge. You might have to scooch it, whatever works for you. You can drop down on the right thigh, the right knee, relax the right foot, and lift up. And coming down. And right from there, you're going to take your right foot forward to hang. So you readjust. If you got off your hips, if you woggled or wiggled and you didn't feel right, you take a moment, drop down. You can even do a seated pose and then drop forward again. From here, you reach away, come back up to the heavens, take breath. Feel that the lower body is reaching down while the upper body is reaching up, and then you gently come together. Beautiful. So I hope you're all feeling slightly transformed. We can do it as a flow, right and left, one more time. So just follow the best that you can. Start right here at heart center for a sun salutation, transformation, and breathe in, breathing out. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, come over yourself, come down to the ground. You can lift your upper body to breathe in, and then lower more. Then look forward, breathe in, take your right leg right behind you. Breathe in, breathe out. You can lower your right knee down and extend your right foot. Lift up, breathe in, breathing out. Go ahead now and place your right hand down, tuck your right leg behind you, and do a gentle body opening twist. Roll your shoulder, look up, look to your hand, feel as if the sun was on you, how wonderful, great, and gently come on down. Right from here, take your front foot and bring it back to your back foot and go into your downward facing dog. Here again, you can tread, feel good, move your arms and your legs. Come forward to your plank, knees can be down, body can be up, move your head, lift up your back of your hamstrings. Gently come down, bend your elbows towards your body. Gently come on down to the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Up to a cobra, drop your pubis bone, bring your legs together, bring the shoulder blades into the back. Lift up, maybe just here or all the way. From here, you can come right up to your downward facing dog. Take a reflection, move your head, move your legs. Take your right leg back up, take it forward. And here again, you're in your lunge, so you can drop your left knee down, release it, get a nice stretch, come up, breath, lift a little, come on gently down. Put your left hand down, tuck your left toes under, and you twist your upper body. Just open up, feel a joyous smile. Bring your hand down and just gently look forward as you step to take that back leg in, hang over, hold your elbows, release your bottom, kind of maybe massage the lower back. Swing your arms all the way upward. Let your upper body only from your sternum and your heart arch, and bring your hands back to the prayer where you're balanced with your loving kindness, your strength within your vessel, your cistern of what you contain and hold, your water for your well. We're trying to open up the inner flow that we can find the source of our water, the source of our spirituality, to Adonai, to each other, and deeply connecting through ourselves. Left side, breathe in, breathe out, drop the shoulders, release the lower back. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, stretch your body nice and long, forward bend, coming all the way down to the ground. Drop, bend the knees, soften. Bring your hands to your shins to extend out into the world. Lift your ribs up. Come on down again, looking forward. Bend both knees to drop the bottom so it's easier to reach the left leg right behind you. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop the left knee down, reach up, open your heart, feel that the left top of the foot presses down, right foot heel is down. Come gently forward. Let's do a little runner stretch here to stretch out the leg this time around. So bring your left hip back so you can stretch out the right. Move your shoulders, release, drop your head. Come forward, a little bit of a seesaw, come up, come down. One more runner stretch with the right leg. Come forward, tuck the left toes under, lift your hips up. We're right here in the pyramid shape, gently stretch, bring the front leg back, downward facing dog, making that oh hell, how beautiful are your tents. Ma tovu, how beautiful, how deep is the goodness. Right, come forward to your plank. See how this is getting easier. See if you can do a one-handed plank, go back and forth. A little fun here. Maybe turn to your side. Twist over to the other side so the legs kind of do a little twisty. And then gently come forward so you do like a push-up or chaturanga. Coming down, relax. And right here, rub your back a moment. Take your head to the side. So these are all variations that you can do while doing the basic sun salutation to extend into your limbs. Maybe hold your hands, bring your head forward, and lift your palms away. And maybe that's a nice way to go into your extended lotus or your cobra feeling. Breath is so important. Release it, come on down. Turn your head the other way. Hold your hands, interlace the opposite way. A little rub for your spinal column. Take breath, reach back. Breathing in and out. Drop your pubis bone. Let your arms come around. And gently lift up. Come backwards. Back into that downward facing dog, which is becoming truly like your home, your vessel, where you can move around. You can go ahead and take your front right hand to your left ankle and look through your tent's open door. Breathe, release. Put your right hand down, take your left hand to your right ankle, the outside of your ankle, and open up. Move, bend the knees, the hips. There is no way to be stiff in a pose. You want to live in it and flow. Beautiful, beautiful. Lift your left leg up. See if you can get it up maybe higher. Stretch out the back of that leg and come forward with the left foot this time. And here we're just going to drop down on the right knee, release, lift up to Anjali Asana. Beautiful stretch in a prayer pose. Gently come down, lift the belly, tuck the right toes to stretch the back of the left hamstring. Drop your head. Move the upper body, come forward again. So you can either have your leg down or up, twisted. Stay right here, go back, release the back foot. Nice hamstring and calf stretch. Lift the belly, great. From here, you're gonna take the back foot, the right foot, and you're gonna think about a little rock action to bring it forward and hang. So you might now truly be able to let go. So I invite you to take your hands to your head and maybe kind of pull the back of where the skull is on the cervical vertebra and massage it, release it. Feel if you're on both feet or not. Hang forward, release. See if you can straighten your legs a little bit. How does that feel on the back? Bend them, swing the arms through chair pose, press your feet down, and come all the way up to your standing Tadasana at the mountain where you said, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. We hear you, we are forming a people, you are one, we are going to work together and figure out how to be this great democracy, this great government. And we will question, and we will continue and go forward. Release. Great. So hope you guys are enjoying that. I am going to now do a little bit of a flow on the word for truth. This I'm taking a little bit from my dancer days. So I just want to show you what the letters look like. It's Aleph, Mem, Taf. Aleph always is our letter that connects us to Adonai, Echad, and One. So start by taking your left foot forward, your right foot turned in. So you can even start right here. You turn in your right ankle and foot, turn completely out on the left leg. And you should really feel the tendons, the ligaments, the muscle working on the right as you bring more of the left thigh into work. Great, and you can get nice and low. So this would be the letter Aleph. I think you can see it, comes across. Maybe these would be the yuds onto it. And breath. So Aleph is a silent letter because it makes us go inward to figure out what is our connection to our belief, our spirituality, to our Adonai. We look towards your left hand. From here, you push off the back leg and you come to stand. And you're circling up. So this would be like the essence or the movement of silence through your body and breath. And you gently breathing out. Wow. Great, so one more time. So your left foot can be standing forward. You take the right leg back to your Aleph. Take breath in. Press into this leg as you bring both your arms up and breathing out. And that would be your Aleph. To come to the Mem, I always love the goddess pose, the sun pose for us women to feel connected, strong, open. So both legs are turned out, thighs are truly working. You're bringing the back of the thighs forward, the back of the armpits forward, the chest is open, the tailbone's released. You put your hands on your shoulders. We're making the shape of Mem, coming over your legs. And this always feels good to exchange, going from one side to the other. Bringing loving kindness over to your sustainability and bringing your limitations over to your joy, with all the circles finding balance in the middle. And then coming to Taf. So Taf is going to be the last letter. It's a final mark on the alphabet. So we're just going to come on down to all fours. I'm going to start with the left leg here. And this really is the shape of the Hebrew letter Taf. 2 hands under the shoulders, 2 knees under the hips, and the feet ready and relaxed on the ground. So right from here, just extending the left leg away from you, keeping your pelvis in line, bend your left knee by lifting your belly into your breast. And then lifting away gently. So this would be like a song. You really want to do this with ease and gentleness and prayer and feeling every single bit of you working. Breath. I think that's 3. This might be 4. And release it and come back down. And again, these are all little forms of Taf where you end and release your body. From here, walk your hands forward. Always nice to transition through a downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward and gently drop your bottom, lift, and come up. Let's just stand right here in the middle. Take a moment, press the hips down, release the whole upper body. Take breath, feeling, the heat, the energy. Great. And we'll just transition here. Turn your left foot gently inward so you feel that all the way up your leg. Feel the jaw. And completely walk and turn that right leg outward and make your Aleph. All these letters can be flipped around. Beautiful. So that's your Aleph going towards your other direction. So you can kind of feel like you can press back on your back leg and roll under and go forward on your front leg. Take breath in and step to the front leg as you breathe up and you make the breath out. That would be the end, the completeness of feeling Aleph in your body, the silence, connection. Come back up. And again, turn in your left ankle, turn out your entire right leg. If you can go lower, you can challenge yourself. Press back on the left leg, bring the right one around, look to where you're going. Take a breath in. You can even do a reverse warrior here. All these poses, open up the shoulder, lift up. You can do an extended angle pose here. Breath, open. Release back to your Aleph and come forward and breath out. From here, you open to your goddess. Legs turn out. You find your balance. That is the struggle here, is to see, am I on left leg, right leg, jaw released, front of the neck is soft, heart is open, lower back released, relaxed. Circle, and then bring your hands down to your knees, and you shift. This is a great way to massage your upper back, your lower pelvis, connect to it, and let all the waters flow. You might even begin to feel some perspiration. Tears of the body always make us feel better. Sweat or a good cry. Great. Easy does it. And then we just gently come together, come down for tough on the other side. So here on this side, we're going to do our right leg. Hands right under you, head in alignment, lift your belly. You just gently stretch the right leg away from you, but keep your hips in alignment. Take breath in, lift forward, kind of an arch in your back. You can tuck your left toes if it feels better, and then bringing the knee without trying to move too much in your hips. So you're really aware of your struggle and your blessings and your prayers. You're aware that it might have taken some time to get here. And stretching back and pulling it in. So you really feel the abdominals work, the back work. Reach it away, pull it in, feel the rib cage and back. And last one, bring it in, lower body, reach it away, come down. Open your legs. Always great to go to a pose of a child here. You can even use a block to rest your head, rest your shoulders, rocking forward. And just to do a little needle stretch, open your left arm up and away and slide it right under. So here you can still use a block like a resting rock pillow to soften the head and the neck. As you open up, reach your hips gently away, massage the lower back, slide the bottom arm a little more, open your jaw, release, gently just put it back, and you can try the other arm, the right arm up, thread it through to the other side, to the left, bring your hips then to the right, and you can lift your arm up, you can press your back, release it, reach the arm, and come back. Easy does it. Rolling onto your back right now, just to really make sure with all the movement that you stretch open these back muscles so the waters can come right through to all of your vital organs. If you've got a strap, great. If not, I'll show you a way to just use your legs. So first of all, let's go and think about how we've gotten through all this travel of Moses. Put your hands where your fingers face your back and just lift your heart up. So going into what is called the boat pose, you can just bring one knee up or the other knee up, bring them both up, and see if you can maybe hold underneath. Are you on two sit bones? Can you bring your abdominals in to support the lower body? Can you lift your elbows? Lift your sternum, your heart. If it feels good, you can flex or bring your feet together, bend, and put your hands back. They can come in and away. All these ways to build strength and let the waters flow. This even looks like a tent upside down. So, oh, how beautiful is your body like a tent. Easy does it. Relax your feet down and gently really take a moment to come through the lower back, the rib cage, and relax down a moment. Everyone take a breath. Reach your arms up. Give yourself a hug across. Walk your fingers to the backs of the deltoids, the shoulders. Rock a little bit. Let the legs widen and rock. Open your arms. Come across. Little rocking. Again, this can be somewhat sloppy. It can just feel good. All kinds of movement with the ground and the gravity as your support. Gently bring both knees in and make little circles. Good. Okay, so just hugging your right knee and extend your left. And lift your elbows up a little bit so you keep your lungs working and full. And soften the front of your neck down so the chin goes right towards your heart. We want to keep our heart softened. We want to really understand how we connect to ourselves. We don't want to hide from ourselves. We want to know the truth, the end. Great. So right from here, let's go ahead and fold the left foot back in. Put the right leg up a moment, shake it out, and then fold like a figure four so that the right ankle bone is off the knee here. You're making a figure four. Great. And just gently drop your sacrum, drop your tailbone. Take your right hand and press at the top of the right thigh. Feel the right shoulder release to open. Let your jaw release and relax. Bring your knee to the ceiling. And then roll over to your left side. So you get a nice twist here. And take your arms over to the right. And breathe and release. You can even let your right knee open away. So you're dropping your hip and you're opening your inner psoas muscle right there. Whew, feels so good. Take breath. Bring the left foot back and release your spine. You just created a lot more length. Hug your left thigh into you. And again, see if maybe you cradle your right arm around your right knee. The left hand can come to the shin. So you want to lift your lungs, is what I'm saying. You don't want to collapse when you do this. Good. That's a great stretch for the right hip. Drop the rib cage. Don't have to arch right here. Let it relax. And then lift up your left leg. And you want to braid your right leg over the left, like it's a challah or a Havdalah candle, and fold those into you. We did this in the beginning. We took one leg behind the other knee and just kind of do little circles here. Move side to side. If you're able, you bring these back towards you. Great. And then shake it out. And extend the right leg and hug the left leg in. Oh, feels so good to release and relax. Great. Just bring it around. Move it into you. Lift your elbows. So again, the lungs and the sides of the ribs are connected. Fold the right knee in. Lift the left leg up and make a figure four. There you go. Find the length of your spinal column, like a healing snake, like the staff, and coil all the muscles around the staff of your spinal column so you're balanced. Great. Gently take your left hand and open up the left thigh, roll the left shoulder, and soften the front of the neck and your eyes. Breath. Roll your foot over to the right side. So you're getting a great spiraling twist. Open your arms, look to the left. Use your abdominal muscles to bring yourself back to center. And you can feel that shift in the rib cage, feel yummy and good. And take a breath and bring that right thigh up to you. And rather than pushing away, go ahead and hug. Bring your left arm around your knee and bring your right hand on top of the right knee if you can and fold them closer to you. Take breath, release. Maybe there's a tightness through the shoulder blades. Release it as you open up the gluteal. Smile inwardly. Great. And you can lift your leg up, lift your legs up, and you're going to pull the left thigh over the right thigh. It's braided. And lift your elbows, drop your chin towards your heart, and stretch this way. So you want to wake up that left gluteal here. So you might have to drop your knees down a little lower, shift to the right a little more. It's up to you. You don't want to just get in a pose and think, why don't I feel it? It's all these little transitions you make that make you whole and bring you through to a change, a feeling of better health and well-being. And shake it out. And just gently bring your legs right here for a little bit of a transition. Back and forth, windshield wipers. Arms can be like a rock and roll. Feel the jaw open. Good. Hug your right leg in one more time, and you want to turn it out like an upside down pigeon. And you just want to take your foot to the left and bring your knee back to the right. You can have your left leg straight or bent. You're just sliding, you're sawing. You're going side to side, rolling on the edges of your body, back and forth. And then maybe take a moment here and balance. See if you can kind of press your right thigh away as you bring your pigeon pose into a better alignment. Great. And then shake that one out. Let that shake out any tension. Put it down and bring in your left leg and move it around and turn out the foot. So you hold, if you can, with your right hand, your left foot. You take your leg and press it away. You can bend the right knee if it's better. And you saw back and forth, nice and gentle. A little prayer and a little song go a lot longer than a shove and a push and a hit. There you go. You just want to wake up all the fluids in your body. Feel that your life is a prayer and a blessing, that everything you're doing is to transform yourself for the better. Easy does it. Both knees are bent. Gently bring your feet close to you. Tilt your tailbone up. Press your feet down and rise. Lift your hips into the yoga bridge. See if you can take your hands and slide your hips away from you, creating space. You can even lift your gluteals up and towards your lower legs and rolling down. And just take a moment to lift your arms up. Breath in, lift your chest. Again, you can widen to little bits of windshield wiper, slow, swishy movements. Great. One more bridge pose. Press your feet down, tilt your tailbone, lift your pelvis, bring your hands together for a connection if it works for you. Lift your pubis bone upwards. Tailbone is going gently tilting up towards the knees, but try to relax your gluteals and drop your shoulder blades down. So you get like a little bit of a hammock feeling in your body. Release your arms and gently come down. So yes, this is the moment for Shavasana. Do whatever you need as your last minute. Maybe you hug your knees in, stretch up, you do the backs of your thighs. We didn't get around to using our straps. So just take a moment and kind of iron out, massage the back of your calves and your hamstrings, circle your foot, your ankle, hug it in, do the other leg, kind of iron out, massage the back, circle this ankle, pull them in and release down for a little taste of Shabbat. Roll your shoulders. Have your hands only about 30 degrees away from you. See if you cannot be touching props and release. Let the breath come through you. So this prophet wound up blessing the Israelites so that there was a way that the kingdoms came together in peace. They spoke, they talked it out. They realized that there was goodness in these people, that their tent doors didn't even face each other. They were in different directions to show respect for privacy and dignity of a life. So it's just wonderful to think about heads of state coming together and finding dignity in each other and dignity in the people they rule and all coming together. And just, I invite you to do that to yourself right now. Breathe. Release any of your joints that are still feeling they're fighting with you in tightness. Bless them. Let them go to the shoulders, to the hips, to the ankles, the feet, the toes. Roll your head to the right gently and drop that right shoulder. Roll the back of your skull to the left and drop the left shoulder. You can go ahead and put your hands on your body to feel your breath. Soften your eyes, focus inward. May we all feel safe and protected. May we all feel healthy and have well-being. Massage your belly and the tips of your hips, the tops of your thighs. Gently take your hands behind your neck and give yourselves a little neck massage. May we all feel peace and connection and wholeness. And may we all feel seen, that we have people that see us for the beauty of our soul, for who we are, and how we want to connect in the world. Take a breath in and out, nice 3 or 4 breaths. Count them if you want. Breathe in, breathing out, breathing in and out. And breathing in, soften your eyes. Last one. Now slowly begin to kind of move through your body. You want to feel the or. Or is Aleph, Vav, Resh. It means light. It also means skin. So you want to feel that you've kind of woken up your body to a lightness and to a light that you can feel that you've penetrated and got it right through to your spirit, your soul, and you're able to connect to the light of the summer light. And I say to you all, Shalom, and I will chant with you to Shalom. So breathe in, breathing out, here we go. Shalom. Bow your head, and again breathing in. Shalom. Namaste. Thank Thank you all. Toda Rabah. And please know that I hope you all have a song and a prayer for yourselves and out to the world. And have a great week and a great
Thank you.